Hello again. So as I've been thinking about what direction to take these cooking videos, I thought it might be fun and useful to do perhaps a few short videos on cooking basics, on those kinds of things that are a base for other kinds of cooking. For instance, today I want to talk about making a roux, R-O-U-X. It's one of those fun French words where you don't get to pronounce all the letters. But a roux is something that you're going to use in a lot of kinds of cooking, gravies particularly, but different sauces, different soups, different stews. You're going to use it as a thickening agent. It's going to help keep the butter in your recipes from separating out into the liquid. It's going to actually give a nice enhanced flavor to a lot of things as you brown it, because roux is in French means kind of a reddish brown color. And that's what you're aiming for as you cook your flour. And a roux is basically just cooked flour in your choice of fat. You can use a lot of different kinds of fat, of course, butter, bacon fat, and in gravies, just the drippings from the meat that you're cooking with. So it's a very simple ratio to remember as far as measurements go. You take however many drippings you have and add the same amount of flour to that. So today I told my boys I would make them macaroni and cheese, and a white sauce is the basis for a homemade mac and cheese recipe. You can of course use butter in this, but I prefer using bacon fat. It really just adds a whole nother level of flavor to a good macaroni. Bacon is good on everything. So what I have here is a 1/4 cup of melted bacon fat. I am one of those cooks who keeps a jar of bacon fat in her fridge. My grandmother did it. Yours probably did too, and waste not, want not. So why throw all that good stuff away? This is a 1/4 cup of bacon grease. So we have a 1/4 cup of flour added to that. So we're just going to put it over medium-high heat. And we're going to pour this flour right in there. Okay, get yourself a good whisk. I love my flat whisk here. This is really nice for making soups and sauces. Okay, let's see, this is already sizzling up. I'm just going to stir it. It's going to come together very easily. Now you want to cook your flour, because you don't ever want to add uncooked flour just to liquid and expect it to thicken and just lump up, and it wouldn't taste very good. Raw flour is actually a raw food product, so it benefits from a little saute. So as you let it sit, it's slowly going to get brown. Now there's different levels of brown that you want in your roux. For a white sauce, you don't want it to be too dark. It's a white sauce. It actually imparts quite a strong flavor to whatever you are cooking. So if you're making a nice gravy, you want to let it get really brown, because if it's meat, it's going to just add more of that flavor. It's a really good base for a soup or a stew or a gravy. If I were making, say, sausage gravy, I'd cook my sausage, and a pound of sausage yields about a 1/4 cup of dripping. So you would pour that off, put it directly back in the pan, add a 1/4 cup of flour, let it cook, and then you're just going to add your liquid. So depending on how brown you want to let it get, like when I say dark brown, I mean dark brown for a good gravy. This is about as brown as you're going to need to get it for a white sauce. It's a little bit runny, but it's fun to watch how it's going to thicken up. This is 2 cups of milk, which is what I would add to a pound of pasta. If you were making gravy or soup, you would be adding broth here. So your liquid ingredient goes now. This is again a medium-high heat. So 2 cups of milk, you're going to add it slowly. Okay, it's going to squeeze up really fast, like, oh my goodness, and you might panic a little bit. Okay, it's going to get a little bit lumpy looking and very thick. It's okay, that's what it's supposed to do. You can turn your heat down a little if you need to. Okay, then you're just going to keep adding that milk, and it's all going to come back together again. Oh, it smells really good. So we just keep whisking until it's gotten into a cohesive whole again. See, it's coming together nicely. All right, now that we've gotten back to a smooth paste, we're going to add the rest of that milk. Just all at once is fine. Okay, so that is a really basic white sauce. This one has bacon fat, so it has a bacon flavor to it. Butter is, of course, lovely. You can use a white sauce in a lot of things. Of course, you can use it just straight up as is with a little salt and pepper for lasagna. You can add a little cream cheese and some pepper jack and call it a queso. Put some tortilla chips in there. Or, as we're going to do today, I'm going to add about a pound of nice sharp cheddar cheese to that. And there's your macaroni and cheese. So this is what you have. It's nice, thick, white, creamy sauce. We're going to use this as a gravy in my next video. I'm going to teach you how to make a good chicken pot pie. But for now, go ahead and do what you want with this, and we'll see you next time.